Hello everybody, we're getting ready for some ukulele today. Let's go post the link over on the website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com, and there you'll get the sheet music and read about everything we're doing, and it's all very exciting and you should be a part of it. You probably aren't finding this video unless you already knew what's going on over there. The minute I sit down to start a class, somebody texts me. So let's find out who that is. Let's see if we can get them on the hook for texting me during the class. Who the heck is it? 904. Oh, it's my dentist. He wants me to confirm that I'm coming to get my tooth fixed. jollyrogerukulele.com. Click here. Put the little logo thingy on. Hit tweet. And we have officially tweeted. And then, alright, I don't need any of that. So we can close that out. And I can close this out. And Sandy is in. She says I sound good. Vic is in. And Vic had sun earlier, and now it's cloudy up in Eugene. So things are turning from good to bad there. You know, we don't judge, right? We don't judge things, but sun is good and clouds are bad. Oh, how funny we are. Hey, we're going to be wrapping up book 1 here. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. And by the way, the last little bit of the songs in book 1 are very definitely book 2 level. So if you're struggling a little bit, it's normal. That's what you should be doing. If you walk in and it's not hard, then anybody can do it, and you wouldn't be special. So we want it to be challenging a little bit, not too not so challenging you quit, but challenging enough where you're like, doggone it, I'm gonna get this. It's been a while since I've been here at the house, and I changed the strings on this recently, and look how far out they are. Oh, now that sounds nice. All right, let's see, what are we playing today? We are playing view page. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Swashbuckling ukulele. That's what we do here. Patience. All right, so today the plan is we're going to play that key of F Arpeggio. That's the toughest piece in book 1. Then we're going to play Aloha Oe. That's the second toughest piece in book 1. And then we're going to play Scarborough Fair, and that's the third toughest piece in book 1. So we're wrapping up with a really tough go of things here. Meanwhile, book 2, they got Drunken Sailor for He's a Jolly Good Fellow, Happy Birthday, and Vive La Compagnie. That's a super easy group for book 2. So those of you who are here for book 1, don't be shy about hanging around for book 2, because actually you're going to be working much harder on the book 1 stuff than the book 2 stuff. For tomorrow, right, Friday morning, 9 a.m. tomorrow, we're going to do Scarborough Fair again. We're going to do it with the members group, talking about how to make it more than just making the notes, right? How do we get music out of stuff? So we'll use the same exact piece of sheet music, but we'll try to make it fancy. Build Me Up Buttercup, we did that a couple years ago, maybe last year, I don't remember when. Super fun song. And then Both Sides Now, not a fun song, but really quite beautiful on the ukulele. So sort of a 60s theme that we have going for tomorrow in the Tough Uke group. Yago has made it in. Cloudy and drizzly in Southern California. Wait, what? I thought that was against the rules. All right, let's go grab some music. This is a tough day, guys. This is the last day of this. Now, next week, we will just play. We will play stuff out of book 1, and then that's going to wrap up April for us, and it will wrap up book 1. And then we will not be doing any book 1 or book 2 meetings in May, partly because I got to get my school grades put together. I have several things doing. We'll continue to do the members group, so there will still be ukulele each week. And I'll probably make it a little easier than the stuff they have been playing. And then, but next week we are still on for these regular broadcasts. So plan on that, and then plan on, once we get to May, having a little less together time, but a little bit more getting ready for the summer stuff. And the stuff we're going to do this summer is important and good, and I wish everybody would just come and take it every year. But of course, people are like, "Oh, I've done the bar chord workshop before," and I'm like, "Well, do you remember anything out of it?" No, but I've done it before, so we get that sort of thing. Ukulele Book 1, Key of F Arpeggio. Let's do that one first, and get it out of the way, right? Now on baritone, you guys are going to play along. Use the keys on the ukulele sheet, and then we'll switch. Okay, so you are F, D minors, and C's. If I remember right, that's basically. Oh, there's some B flats in here, of course. All right, let's play it. Let's do the repeat as well. Okay, so we're going to play down to measure 32, and then we're going to come back up. I'm going to do it, it's set up for 140, which is lickety split pace. We're going to do it quite a bit slower, maybe 100 or so, so that you have a chance, at least a fighting chance, because, as you can tell, we're being unapologetic about bar chords at this point, and so I want you to know, hey, get it close. If your bar chords sound terrible, they sound terrible. Don't worry about it. Let's get your F chord on from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor. B flat. Slide it up. Open F. D minor, middle, index, thumb, B flat, slide up. Slide up to 5. Add your middle finger. Take it off. Put it back on. Take it off. Turn the page. C chord. And open F. Little melody here. Strum. A little more melody. B flat shape. Strum. And back to plucking. Switch the page to the top, go. Change the page. gotta let it drain out into non-existence, right? Beautiful, beautiful. The cool part about Haiji ukulele is that it magically sneaks in a little bit of melody when you're not even really trying. You're just doing arpeggio patterns, but you're getting a nice melody out. If you to wit measures 33 through 38, the melody's moving all around. You can see from the standard notation, though, it's just jumping all around, but you're just plucking out an arpeggio pattern. It is really pretty cool how that works out. All right, let's grab the baritone C major. And baritones will play, tablature-wise, will play exactly the same thing, but the melody changes because we have a low D we have a low string on baritone, and this thing is way out of tune. Melody changes because of the low string. Okay, so you will probably get a little bit less interesting melodies when you have a low string and you're plucking out arpeggios. Where ukulele, you kind of get a free melody out of it. Okay, so baritone players, you're going to play the same thing. Ukulele players, these are your chords: C, A minor, F, and G. So you should be able to strum right along with us. 4-beat pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 2. Page 1. How about that? It works. Lovely little tune. My hands are tired right now, so if your hands are like, you know what, that's kind of a bummer. That was a lot of playing. That would make sense, right? Because those are pretty challenging pieces of music. So good. Jan made it in. Greetings, Jan and Charlie they're in from Lakewood. Sunny and cool. Nice. That's right next door. All right, beautiful. There's your C major now. If you were on ukulele and you're strumming along, hopefully you made me sound better, right? I'm playing my piece, you're playing some sort of accompaniment, and hopefully we sounded pretty cool together. Tomorrow, when we do Scarborough Fair on the higher level, we will be talking about how can we play duets better together, because when I'm on baritone, I want you to really be killing the ukulele and vice versa, right? And so I want you to be able to think through all of the possible ways you could present a song. Sometimes when we're newer to music, we look at the paper and we're like, this is handed down by Moses, and we have to do exactly what's on the paper. And that's sort of true, right? But not even a little bit, right? Yeah, you're allowed to think your way through music for sure. And a lot of times when we're a little hesitant to do that, right? We're not particularly great at how music works yet. And so we have a tendency to be like, well, it says to do this, and but I don't know if I should get wild and do something different. Book 2, Book 1. Next, let's go play Aloha Oe. Remember on Tuesday we talked about that this is a pretty challenging song. And so let's grab the baritone version of it first. The baritone version, the repeats are wrong. That's always delightful. I got repeats up there and the song does not repeat. That's it, right? So, and the other problem is it goes on to 2 pages. So when we get to the bottom page, I try to linger a tiny bit to let you guys that are on 3-ring binders turn the page, but hopefully you've already laid them out face to face so you don't really have to turn the page. And if you're on iPad, we have to reach up and hit the thing, right? And so I do have a foot pedal, which I use when we're playing more advanced music. The problem is this is pretty advanced music, and so having the foot pedal would have been a great idea, but didn't get it fired up yet. So there we go. From on baritone ukulele players, you got an E chord. I hate E chord, right? You have an A chord. A chord's fine. Okay, and your B7 is a bar on the 2 with your middle finger here. So those are your chords that you're going to be playing. E chord, A chord, B7. Okay, just a little hint. If I'm playing this, I'm not playing the open A chord. I'm not doing it. I'm going to be on E chord here, and to get an A chord, I just need to put my F shape in front of that. Okay, so let's see if I can get a decent picture of this. If E chord is here, it's on 4 with your pinky on 7. A chord is, don't move the bar, just put F chord in front of that, and now you have an A. Okay, this turns it, the bar makes it higher up, right? And F chord, F, G, A. Okay, and then I'm still going to do my B7 down here. You could theoretically, and this is another thing to think about, forget the 7 part of it. If I've got an A chord here, guess what happens if I go up 1, A sharp, and 2, there's a B chord, right? So if it's me playing this, and I'm going to do it in a different key, but da dum 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 da dum 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 da dum dum da dum 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 dum. There's the least amount of motion, and I'm just going to play the whole thing with bar chords, right? So give it a thought. Whatever you want to do, when you see an E chord on your ukulele, you're like, oh, I definitely have to do bar chords. So maybe you do the open A, maybe you do the 4th fret A. Either way, it's going to sound awesome. From the top, 3-beat counting, really slow. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. E. What were E? There we are. Isn't that lovely? I'm thinking some things through for a redo of this. Nice. Very nice. Love that tune. Let's play it on ukulele. Ukulele has a little bit more fire to it. I think you'll like it. Alright. One page. We love that part. Here we go. From the top. 1, 2, 3. Blum, blum. Goofy. Isn't that lovely? It's a really nice song. We'll play it again next week for our wrap up of book 1. But yeah, that's definitely a book 2 song, guys. So don't if you're fighting it, you should be. But notice your chords A, D, and E are the same chords that were in the little booklet. A, D, and E7 in this case were in that little booklet way back, lesson number 2 or 3, way in the back. And so, but now you're at this level where you're playing all this fancy, complex stuff, and you probably, if you went to the strum along, you'd probably do it like everybody else, right? Oh, bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Right, that's how you do it at the strum-along. Okay, but you have a more sophisticated way of doing it. You could do it that way too, of course, but you have something that's a lot more musical, a lot more like, oh, this is Aloha, right? When you go to the strum-along, I'm hoping you're not this guy anymore. That person's sitting on both sides of you, and they're awesome, right? They're just having a great time, but you're probably this guy. Da dum da dum da dum dum da dum 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 da da dum da dum da 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 dum 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 da da dum dum da da. Right? I don't even know the words, but by just doing a simple 4-pattern arpeggio, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, index, and then double timing it, right? So I'm making sure to get all 8 beats in every measure, 8 plucks in every measure. I end up with something that sounds super nice, and if I could sing it all, I'm working on it. Tuesday we have our last sight singing quiz prior to finals, and so we'll know if I know my do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, but I will never know how to speak Hawaiian, so you hum, right? All right, last piece of stuff for book 1. Let's go grab Scarborough Fair. We're going to just talk about it on ukulele. We're going to go over it in even more detail tomorrow morning with the Friday group, and but with you guys, so you guys get a jump start. Okay, I want you to come to that, and I want you to be thinking about how can I make this piece of music better. Okay, so the first thing is we got to learn this shape. This is G minor. Now, a lot of times when people see this, they're all sad, right? Because it's kind of complicated. We learn G and we're like, that's the only G we need. It's just this one. But G minor's not any harder. It's frankly, I think, a little bit easier. But really, all you're doing is taking an F chord, dun, 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 and moving it down to the other strings, and then adding your ring finger on. So don't let G minor be a problem. I can't remember somebody who used to hate G minor. It might have been Sandy. As I'm looking up on the list, going, I think Sandy hated G minor, right? So that's the first thing. Okay, are you going to? And then look what it shows up. F. That's not surprising. Scarborough. Back to G minor. Fair. Then you got the B flat. Everybody's like, I hate B flat. Don't hate B flat. Just put a bar down, put the A shape in front of it. Parsley, sage, rose. Oh, C chord. Thank God. Merry and kind. Remember me to one who lives there. Now, in the original version, 1670, there would not be 4 beats in this measure. They would not have done that. But Simon and Garfunkel did, so we do it because they did it, and it actually sounds very good there. So just make sure with there, 3, 4, right? Da-dum, 3, 4, and then back to the G minor. Oh yes, it was Sandy. Yay! Come on, Sandy. Sandy's our anti-G minor person. She once was a true love of mine. Okay, and that's it. That's all there is, right? So there's not a ton of chording to do there. Now, let's do what I just did. Okay, we have 3, so do thumb, index, middle, 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 thumb, index, middle. Are you, whoops, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? That's too fast. Let's pick up our arpeggio pace. 1, 2, 3, 1. And let's do it twice in each. Should we do it twice? No, let's do it 3 times in each measure. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? That's too slow. Let's not do that. Let's just do plucking. It's not working out the way I wanted it to. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Okay, so trying all different things. We're getting ready for tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow we're going to try all of the things and see which one works the best. Yeah, it's a D minor on baritone. While we're busy hating G minor, we're also going to hate D minor on the other instrument. We're just going to get advanced get on the game early. That's your chords. And so work on those tonight. And then the melody's nothing, right? Melody's not too hard. I shouldn't say that. The melody's plenty hard. It is going to go up to 10. So go find your 10, and you're going to use your pinky on that. Okay? If your pinky's on 10, 9, 8, your index is on 7. Okay? So when you see a 10 come up, don't think 10, think index on 7. And then everything else drops in real pretty. And so I do think... and I apologize, I'm keeping an eye on my texts a little bit. It's a crazy day going on here as usual. But when you see a 10, you really think it's index on 7. That's how I think about it. And I can reach the 12s from there. But so when I see a high number, I'm usually thinking I'm going to get my index on 7. Then I know where I am. And if I have to adjust my pinky a little bit, it won't be terrible. But if I'm just shooting for the 10 with my pinky, I'm going to fail an awful lot on that. So give that some thought about positional playing. We're going to start on 3, and then we got some 5. So maybe start in 3rd position and get those 5s cleaned up. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. All right, so now I just found out, I got a problem here. I got 5, and then I wanted to go to 7, but I needed to go to 8, and then I got to reach pretty far. So is that the best way to do it? Probably when you're playing melody. 5, 8, 10, 8, 5, 7, 3, 5. So I'm probably going to do that section in 5th position, and knowing I'm going to stretch my ring a little bit and my pinky a little bit. Okay? Okay, now I have these 10s. So again, I'm going to put my index finger on 7. That puts my pinky on the 10s. Middle finger on 8, and then I got to drop to those 5s. Okay, I could go from the 10s and then drop it to open position, pinky on 5. So that would be another choice there. And then it goes back to the main idea. Okay. So be thoughtful when you have notes that are going to go all the way down the fretboard. Be thoughtful about positional playing, that you're not just wildly reaching for your pinky anywhere. Make it mean something. Be thoughtful about where my other finger is going to anchor so that I can get some use out of them. Okay, and then finally, and we're running over time just a little bit here, but with this one, book 2, I would expect you to be using your thumb, okay, on the tough uke. So that's what I would be thinking about doing is, boy, I'm still in that process of getting up to speed. My thumb is going to make this sound amazing. You have some messy stuff coming up in measures 10. You've got this little bar on 10. And then the tough one is this B flat, bar on 5, F shape in front, and then you also have to get your pinky on 8, and then take it off. Okay, so you got that whole thing going on. That's going to be a lot, right? So that's why maybe thumb down makes a lot of sense. Next Friday morning, though, I'm going to be talking to those guys about claw plucking this thing. Right? this would have been 1670, heyday of the lute, would have been mostly picking, less strumming, right? And so if you are thinking, hey, I'm going to be a historical reenactor and wear my Civil War outfit, I'm also going to pluck songs from 1670, right? It's going to sound good either way, but get where you can do both. The nice part about plucking is you can then add in extra notes. Where are we at? Here. Right, so I'm just picking at random things at the moment, but you could go through and start thinking about how can I make it fancier and more interesting, and it's much easier to get fancy and more interesting when you're claw plucking than with your thumb, probably, not always, but most of the time. All right, so that's your homework for tonight, because tomorrow morning we're going to start with that discussion about how do we make Scarborough Fair fancier. There we go. That's it. Book 1. Book 2 now. You guys, last week we talked about, hey, let's just do some easy stuff because Gary's not getting his work done as it is. Let's go grab Drunken Sailor. Book 2. All right, on Drunken Sailor, we just said, hey, you got lots of chords pairs to choose from. I just grabbed the guitar version. That's not going to work. Ukulele, Drunken Sailor. I have Drunken Sailor on all instruments. Let's see, Drunken Sailor, where are you? D-R, right? Well, where is it? D. Drunken Sailor, ukulele. All right. Now, we're going to just play the baritone and the ukulele together. So pick whichever instrument's your favorite, and then let's do it. Okay, so Drunken Sailor. So the first time through, we're going to do D minor and C, just what's written. Now, those of you on ukulele, your D minor and your C is here. I'm going to use baritone D minor, which is here, and then C, which is here. Okay, but we're going to play together, and so let's all make sure we're in good tune, so that we sort of sound like we belong together. D, G, B, E. Okay, so we're all playing together. Pick your chords, D minor and C. First time through, we'll just do what's written. 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Lying the morning, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, D minor and C. Let's now switch to A minor and G. So go peek over at your A minor and G on page 2. We're going to do that, and this time it's going to be shave his belly with a rusty razor. Okay, A minor and G. See how that sings. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh, shave his belly with a rusty razor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Lying the morning, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. It's interesting, on A minor and G, on baritone, I can sing okay with that. If I did it on ukulele, it would not go nearly as well as that. So kind of interesting. Let's do some harder ones. Let's do let's do, well, A and B minor is pretty hard. B minor and A. So for ukulele, you got your B minor and your A, okay? Baritone, we got a little bit of work to do. You got your B minor shape is here, and then your D shape, or A shape is here. Dun 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 dun. Where is my favorite? Where's the oh wait, second one. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. That means whip him. Is what that really means. Okay, so B minor and A. 1, 2, ready, play. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Early in the morning. Hooray and up she rises. Hooray and up she rises. Hooray and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, made it fancy. Fast arpeggios. See how fast you can get them. Let's do one. Let's do one more. How about F minor and E flat. Okay, F minor on baritone is just your E minor moved up. Dum da da dum da da dum 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 dum, and then your E flat is on the 3rd fret, F shape, C shape. Dun da da dun da da dun 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 da da dun da da dun 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 da 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 dum dum dum. Okay, so we have all bar chords on baritone. On ukulele, you've got your F minor. That's your scary chord, right? Index, middle, and pinky up on 3. It sounds scary, right? And then E flat, you got to change everything out. Index here, these two up here. Okay? Michelle's in. Easy would be great this week. I have been playing awful. Oh, really? You know what happens when you're playing awful and it's just 1 week. You're like, I'm quitting, and I'm putting the ukulele in the back closet, and that's it. I'm done. That's what some people do, right? How's that going to work, right? That doesn't work. When you're playing awful, you just keep playing. You just keep playing. F minor and E flat, guys. Soak him in oil, he sprouts. Soak him in oil till he sprouts some flippers. Soak him in oil till he sprouts some. Yeah, that's hard to say. Let's not do that one. Send cover. No, give him a dose of the salt and water. That means throw him overboard. Give him a taste of the salt and water. Let's do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give him a taste of the salt and water. Give him a taste of the salt and water. Give him a taste of the salt and water. Early in the morning. Hooray and up she rises. Hooray and up she rises. Hooray and up she rises early in the morning. So the big takeaway, guys, especially for Book 2 people, is that you can play every single song in lots of different keys now because you have access to bar chords. So in this case, you've got A minor, B minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor, and G minor as possible choices on here. I didn't give you the sharps or the flats, but I gave you 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different keys for you to play this one song in. One is to just get you comfortable with these sort of unusual minor shapes. A few of them you won't run into a ton, but most of them you will. And to give you a chance to try your voice at different pitches, right? Some of them will be better than others. On baritone, I can get away with most keys. On ukulele, it's a lot more specific which ones I've got any hope of doing because it's pitched higher. And so the instrument does make a difference. If you're playing on piano, you can play on every key, right? Because you can make adjustments. But on our instrument, probably a little bit more shooting the needle to get it correct. All right, so that's maybe the most strumming I've ever done in singing in a class. So there you go. You just survived it. For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. Let's do that one. And grab the baritone sheet first. Oh, goodness. Let's see. For he's a jolly good fellow. Where's the F's? For he's a jolly good fellow. Ukulele. Did I not download the baritone one? What the heck? For he's a jolly good fellow. Baritone. Share. Foursquare. Blink. All right. On baritone, guys, C chord, F chord, G7 chord. Yay, we could do this. So for ukulele, for he's a jolly good fellow, right? So strum that, make it bold and beautiful. Okay, baritones, let's do the actual notes like that. Okay, and let's try to keep a jaunty pace about it so that the ukulele players feel like they can really knock us out. Okay, and remember your fermatas in measure 6 and measure 18. You would do it anyway just by nature, but just know it's there. 1, 2. Oh, it's in 6, so it's 2. 1, 2. Nice! How'd we do? Did we sound really good at your house? Probably. How could we not? We are on ukuleles. We're going to sound amazing. Fran made it in. Hey, Fran. Checking in from Southern California. It's good to see you, Fran. Fran has been living her life lately. It was easier to keep all you in one space when we're all stuck in our houses, huh? Nowadays, you guys can go out and do things. All right, grab the ukulele version of this. You know, come on. Pretty jolly good fellow, ukulele. Same thing. Baritones, you guys are on F. Yeah, bummer, right? B flat, bummer, and C7, bummer. Terrible chords for baritone. From the top, 1, 2. Drama, and then go. Awesome, right? Super fun. All right, so there's for he's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow? No. For she's a jolly good. What's the same? What's the equivalent of fellow? I don't know. And then you got to do non-binary these days too, right? For they're a jolly good person. All right, I don't know. The world is different than I grew up in, and it's probably way better. let's see. What was next? Oh, happy birthday, Blinky style. Let's do this. This is so good. I was playing it. I fail a lot to play stuff prior to us getting together, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But EFGH, happy birthday. Did I not load this in either? What the heck, man? But I was, after class, I sat down and just played this for a while. And it is so stinking good. I love it so much. If you will take this into your communities and do this to people, they will be like, what in the heck is that? And you're like, it's just happy birthday. All right. Same exact chords as the regular happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. So the chords I ask you to memorize in the easy happy birthday. Now we do the more interesting happy birthday. So again, what we'll talk about tomorrow is how you make songs more interesting. Well, how about add an extra beat into every measure? Here we go. Okay, let's play that together first so you can get the melody down. It's just enough different, it'll mess you up. Okay, so just play the melody. And by the way, if you're on baritone, you play with us. This is a complete ensemble arrangement. So when I'm looking at a score, when I'm conducting, and I have the big book, right? This is what I see. I see all of the parts at once. So with this piece of music, I can have somebody on chords. I can have somebody plucking the melody. I can have somebody singing the lyrics. I can have 3 different harmonicas playing at the same time. I can toss in, obviously melody from the tablature line. Somebody can play tough uke, which is going on. I can have somebody playing an arpeggio pattern, which is going on a high G ukulele. And then, of course, I've got baritone ukulele doing their version of tough uke. So when you get all of these beats and parts put together, there's 8-10 voices on just this one sheet of paper, 2 sheets of paper, I guess, and you can really come up with this really amazing arrangement. And you're sort of thinking, well, I could do that, or I could just sing happy birthday on my ukulele. You can do it either way, right? Or you can go over the top, and that's what I like to do. Here we go. Let's see. You play it in whatever style makes you happy, okay? Oh, we want to do the melody first. Let's do that. That way you know what you're getting into. So just the melody part. 1, 2. Let's a little faster. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. So that's what you're going to really be playing. It sounds like happy birthday, but there's something weird going on, right? And that's the extra beat. Happy birthday to you. 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. 2, 3. Happy birthday, dear children. And your fermata. Happy birthday to you. So that's what you're doing. And I mentioned this last week or earlier this week that this was a guy who was on the air here in Denver back in the distant past, clown, and he would sing happy birthday on Sunday mornings. And if you were lucky enough to go down there, you got to be on TV. All right. I'm going to play the tough uke. You play whatever makes you happy. 1, 2, 3. Go. To the top. Seven, pinky on 10. Okay, fun, right? Just silly, just a different way of doing it that will surprise people and make them think you're a serious musician. Oh, he even does something cool with ukulele or with Happy Birthday. All right, finally today for Vive La Compagnie. Okay, and we talked about this last week. Most Americans don't know this song unless you've been in the Boy Scouts. Same thing with Kookaburra. Most people don't know it unless you've been in the Girl Scouts. And with Vive La Compagnie, I like this one as a almost a pirate song. But every good fellow now joining the song. Vive La Compagnie. And the melody's okay, but if you look down measure 9, which is the cool part of the song, Viva la, viva la, viva la more. 7 7 7 7 7 7 8 8 8 8. 5 5 5 5 5 5 7 7 7 7 3 3 3 3. Right, so there's no melody there, and that's very typical. You'll see that in pop music all the time, where especially pop music that's where the writer is a guitarist, because it's very common for them to hold a chord. I'm gonna hold this chord for a while. I'm gonna hold this chord for a while. I'm gonna hold. What's the next one? I don't even know the next one. I'm gonna hold this chord. And so you see that a lot when music's written, especially on guitar, where they'll put the chord on and there'll be no melody at all or very little, and then they change chords, and then that's where the melody gets from. And so that's why a lot of modern music doesn't work on ukulele very well, because there's not enough melody there. And why I would, with this particular song, is I have it on ukulele, but honestly, when you get to that part down there, it's just... That's cool, it's fine, right? But it's like, There's a melody piece, right? Dum dum dum. So there's not a so when you see something that doesn't have a ton of melody, and this is why ukulele strum-alongs are so important, is that you go there and the song may not be that great, but the chords are fun to do, and so everybody sing along. You just kind of ignore the fact that the melody's sort of meh. All right, Michelle's headed out. She got to stop working. That's her problem. All right, let's play it 2 times through. I'm gonna sing again. There's my first note is let, 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 let. Here we go. Let every good fellow now join in this song. Vive la compagnie. Success to each other and pass it along. Too high. Viva la, viva, viva la, viva la, viva la more. Viva la, viva la, viva la more. Viva la more, viva la more, viva la compagnie. I gotta share this with my other thing. I keep reaching up to turn the page and it's not turning over right. All right. Now you see what I did initially is I was strumming in 4 and trying to sing in 2, and that wasn't working out very good. So to fix that, remember you're in 6/8, which means 2 beats per measure. Let every good fellow now join in this song. Or it's 6 beats per measure. Let every good fellow now join in this song. Viva la compagnie. Da da da. Right. So probably 6. 6 always feels like too many to me unless I'm doing arpeggio picking, which is 1 2 3 thumb 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 index middle thumb index middle thumb index middle, and then that goes and do the second verse with me. A friend on the left and a friend on the right. Okay, in love and good fellowship, let us unite. That's what we're going to play. But do it as whatever chord it is, and then thumb index middle change to the next chord. Okay. So 1 2 Let every good fellow know. Okay, let me get the right verse. 1, 2. A friend on the left and a friend on the right. Vive la Compagnie. In love and good fellowship, let us unite. Vive la Compagnie. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor. Viva l'amor, viva l'amor. Viva la Compagnie. Okay, so that will always work. You figure out what the meter is, in this case 6, and then you come up with a pattern that equals 6, either 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could have done that. If I see if I can go really fast. Let every good fellow now join in this song. Viva la Compagnie. Yeah, so I'd have to go much faster with this in order to pull that off successfully, probably. What else should we talk about on this one? When we strum, right? It doesn't matter if you're a baritone or ukulele. It's this, we work together, and that's why, guys, when we're sitting here in daily meetings, I have you do both. Right? Drives you crazy. You're just like, I'm not going to do the baritone stuff if you guys ukulele. But being able to read both and switch between different versions of the same song is one of those things musicians do all the time, and something I want you to be able to do as well. So when I'm on ukulele and you have a baritone, definitely do what you can, right? And then switch over. Also, never hurts before you get to class to write in the shapes on the other instrument that you don't necessarily know. So if you're on baritone, you're like, oh shoot, what's a C chord? Make yourself a little map there and say, oh, this is a C chord on baritone. That's it. That's all I know. I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see all of you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We're going to play Scarborough Fair. Scarborough Fair as hard as we can possibly find to make it. We're going to see how much stuff, we're going to see how much of the kitchen sink we can throw at it to turn it into both a Renaissance piece and a modern piece and a ukulele piece and an opportunity for you to do transposing and singing and all kinds of stuff, right? So we're going to dig pretty deep into Scarborough Fair, and then also we have 2 lovely tunes from the 60s. Build Me Up Buttercup, which is actually huge, super fun to play, and Both Sides Now, which is not necessarily fun to play, but it sounds really pretty on the ukulele. So we got that going at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Send me emails about summer stuff. I've got the summer stuff posted on the website. I don't have an order for them yet necessarily, but I do have lessons set up for almost everything on there already, and so we'll tweak it and make it as good as we can for you guys that are coming in this summer. That'll be, some will be in person, all will be online, and it'll be intended both for you as a learner and for those of you who might be thinking about teaching somebody else how to do some of this stuff. And so and then we will start starting next week will be the last week of book 1 and book 2 for the season, and then we'll take May off, and then we will get started again in June with full on book 1 book 2 stuff again. I think that's what I know about. Thank you all. Good to see you. Great. Thanks for being here. I'll see you soon. Peace.